Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, every one of y'all, wherever you are in this planet Earth. What a beautiful day and what an exciting day that we have today. Let me just put on this. Okay, so today is going to be an amazing day as we are going to have or we are having an amazing speaker which you must not miss. Okay. I've been doing this interview with the stars for the last coming to 10 years now. Wow. Time just flies when we are having fun, man. And every single month that we do this interview, we always get someone that comes and shares something that ultimately changes somebody's life somewhere out there. So I'm so blessed to be able to host this event. And I'm also very thankful to our star today, none other than Giordano Carretta. Okay, so once again, today we are having an amazing star. Okay, before I call him up, let me just give you an introduction because when I read his bio, it looks like, like a Hollywood movie. So yeah, I really need to read you his bio. It's so amazing. And we have a legend here today. So guys, I know if you can see among all of y'all here, we have people from all over the world. You can see, okay, we have people from Asia, like Malaysia, myself. Anyway, guys, maybe it will be great if you can put at the chat button where are you from, so we know from which part of the world you are from, because there are from so many people here all over. So from what I can see, I'm from Malaysia. We have few people here from Malaysia. We have our leaders from Cambodia. There are leaders from the Philippines and Cambodia, yes. I'm very sure there are some leaders from Europe. Okay, so wherever you are from, sometimes, guys, sometimes when you are on your journey, especially in our journey today, we are talking especially in this very interesting industry called network marketing. Sometimes it's a very lonely journey, right? Because there are a lot of people who thinks it's a scam, it's something weird. We are from out of this planet, we are from Mars. And then you look at yourself and you think that maybe I am not built for this. Maybe Gary Gan is a Superman. He's built for this. Or you look at some people who goes up on stage and you think they can. But I just want to read you the background of our star today, and I want to just endorse into you. I want to burn this message into your head once again that anybody can do this if you really set your heart into it. So our star of the show today is born and raised in Rome. He was a bus boy and a soccer coach. Okay. Can you imagine? I'm very sure he will tell you his story in full. You want to listen to him. But before he started his network marketing journey, he was in debt, guys. Some of y'all didn't even start negative. Okay, some of y'all start with a lot of money or somebody actually sponsored you or you have the credit card or whatever. This guy started negative. He was so super in debt. Okay. And yet today, wow, he built he's now the number one team. He is the number one in Italy with 15,000 people, guys. Okay, can you put the chat button there? 15,000. So I know you know what kind of number we are talking about. And in our business platform, when you become a 6A, you build a leadership rank, and he has 156 A's in his organization. Mine. Come on. I mean, can you imagine? From nothing, from somebody who is negative to where he is today. This is amazing. And not only that, okay, he is also an international speaker. The last time I saw him, he was speaking in the world's biggest network marketing platform called GoPro. I was like surprised. Hey, that's my brother, Giordano. Hey, and he's there. Can you imagine? With the likes of Eric Worre and all the top guys up there. And he also wrote a chapter in a bestseller book with Rob Perry. Amazing guy. one of the most authority in this industry. So guys, before I call him up, I just want to tell you one more time before we start this show that wherever you are, whoever you may be, whatever country you are from, okay, if you want to do it, if you set your heart and you focus on the goal that you want to do it, you will be there. All right. So, guys, without further ado, let's put our hands together and give a super warm welcome to our star of today, none other than our amazing, good-looking friend, Giordano Carretta. Woohoo!
Hi
Hey,
guys,
bro.
it's a pleasure to be here. It's so good to connect with all of you guys from different parts of the world.
Yeah. Firstly, Joe, can I call you Joe?
Yeah,
Do
Gio,
your
it's fine.
friends call you Joe? Remember, I showed you that plastic bag? I bought some clothes. There's a very popular fashion brand in Asia. You should come over because your name is all over Malaysia. It's called
Yeah.
Giordano. People are
Oh,
wearing
yeah.
your name, Giordano jeans. So you're famous here, okay? You're already famous. Anyway, Gio, firstly, I'd like to say a big thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of our Kangen Power Team International and on behalf of every one of the people here and all the people that will be watching this video on YouTube very soon. I'd like to say a very big thank you to you. I know you're a very busy person having international network for spending the time here with us and sharing some of this very important insight to this very amazing business that we are in. Thank you very much, brother.
My pleasure. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited to pour into you guys.
Okay, so without further ado, let's deep dive into what we have to share today, what we have to talk today. So, Joe, give us an idea because a lot of people thinks that, some of us are so-called super achievers, we make it in a short period of time, make tons of money, have amazing lifestyle. Some of these people or some of the people that are outside thinks that we are some sort of a superhero, that we actually came from a very high place. So tell us, Gio, because I see that your story is very amazing. What's life before you found network marketing? What's life like?
Yeah, so obviously I was born and raised in Rome, and my dream was to become a soccer player. So my whole life, since I was 4 years old, I was training every single day. I even picked my school next to the soccer field so I could train every day. And I was very lucky because I made it to the professional level when I was 15. But due to a lot, like I got injured after I signed a contract with a professional team, I got injured for 1 year, and I couldn't play, and they, got rid of me and got another one. And my dream was like taken away because my whole life from 4 years old to 15 years old, I train every day for it. And I know I was born for becoming a professional soccer player. So it was really hard. And when my dream was taken away, I wish I had the mindset I have today, but I was just a kid. So I went to a very dark path. Like I stopped going to school. I actually failed 3 years in a row in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, I failed 3 years in a row, and I started going down like a really dark path of like, hanging out with the wrong people, doing a bunch of drugs. Like I was like completely lost because I pretty much gave up on my life. I'm like, I have nothing else to fight for. My life is gone. My dream is gone. I don't want to go to school, get a degree, and get a job, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just not me. And I went to a very, very dark path. And for like 5, 6 years, like I took a lot of stuff that I'm not supposed to take. I hang out with the wrong people, and I was completely lost. And then I put this label on me that I was a failure. Everybody look at me, oh, he's just a drug addict. He's just doing drugs. He's not going to school. He's never gonna go anywhere in life. All my professor told me that I was gonna fail in life, that I was gonna end up like working at McDonald's or something. And so after like 5 or 6 years of darkness, like I tried to clean myself up. Like I stopped, tried to get healthy, and I finished school 3 years later, high school, but I didn't go to college. And but no matter what I did to change, like I had the label on me that I was like that failure of like, and I couldn't get it out of, take it off. So when I was 24, I decided to just move away, because like I only wanted to be a soccer player. I'm like, I gotta go far away where nobody knows me. and start a new life. And I moved to California in 2012, and I was 24 years old. I didn't have any money saved up. I barely spoke English back in the days. Didn't know anybody here or nothing. So I came here and I stayed on my friend's couch for like a few months, and then eventually I got a job. I started working as a busboy in an Italian restaurant, and I started coaching soccer for like 5 or 6 years. And I thought, eventually I was gonna climb the ladder and make a lot of money, like the American dream, right? Like whatever you do, you can make money in America. But
Yep.
instead, I actually accumulated over 30 grand in that. And I was working Monday to Sunday, no days off, and I was away from my family, and it was a point where I couldn't even pay my bills anymore. I didn't have money to put gas to go to work, so I had to like tell my coworkers that my car broke down so they would pick me up because I couldn't put gas. It was like it was a crazy time. And in 2015, I got introduced to an Agic in 2015,
Right.
and I I actually met a girl on Tinder, and I end up at a Kangen presentation, and Colton was doing the demo,
Right.
uh, and it was $5,000 to join. I'm like, okay, this is really cool, but like I'm in 30 grand in that. How can I do it?
Right.
But after I saw the vision, I'm like, I gotta do this. There's no other thing I can do in my life that can give me this lifestyle. And I actually got a loan from the bank with 30% interest to get the
Wow.
machine. So I pay almost double.
30%.
30%. I know in America it's legal. In Italy it's a crime to charge 30%, but in America they can do it. And
Okay.
I got a loan and I got started. And obviously now you heard all the good stuff. Like we built the number one team and we've done all this stuff. But like it
Right.
wasn't an easy journey for sure. My first year was like crazy. My first year I only made 3 sales
Wow.
in an Agic, so it was very difficult.
Okay. Want to ask you, okay, so you sat in that room and obviously you've seen a lot of things. Firstly, you've seen a product presentation, that's for sure. And then
Mhm.
you've seen the business plan. And then the thing hit you when the price was revealed at $5,000. You were in debt at $30,000 or more.
Mhm.
What was that switch? What was that switch that turned on that made you say, yes, I want to do this?
Yeah, it was actually Colton. He was doing a presentation, and at the end of the presentation, he pulled me on the side and he asked me some question. I shared my story with him, and he said something that I would never forget. He said, like, "Hey, you're from Italy, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hey, we have an office in Rome, but I don't know anybody in an Agic that is even a 6A from Italy. I don't think there's any 6As there. It's like, so he said, if you learn this, you could be the number one guy in Italy. You can
Wow.
build team, you can be the face of the company. You have all the tools here. And for me, it was like after, everybody talked down on me my whole life, my family, my friends
Yeah.
at school. It was the first time that actually someone believed in me and he told me, you can be the number one. And when he said that, I'm like, wow, someone believe I can be the number one at something. And I know I want to be remembered for something big. So he believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Like he believed in me and he poured that belief into me. And I said, okay, I'm gonna do this because like nobody ever believed in me, and I want to be in a place where people believe in me. That's why I always tell people
Mm.
sometimes you have to believe in people when they don't believe in themselves. You gotta give them that vision of what can happen if they do it right, and that's why I decided to get involved. It was Colton that gave me that vision of be like of building something big, and I'm like my eyes were like going like were like shining.
Wow, wow. I like that. I like that. You are right. You spot on this term. Sometimes as leaders, we believe in our people more than they believe in themselves in the beginning. Because they don't see anything. And frankly speaking, actually we also don't really see anything, but it's just that we believe before seeing it, right? So we
Yeah.
actually plant that vision. Yeah. So you're lucky to have Colton. I mean, somebody who believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself at that point of time. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, so I believe from what you are sharing, uh, Enagic is your network marketing business, right?
Yes.
So so how long have you been in this business so far?
10 years.
10 years. So in these 10 years, why would you choose network marketing as your professional career? I mean, you could have just gravitated to become a soccer coach like you've been interested about all these years. Why you chose network marketing?
Because of the lifestyle that it could provide, the fact that it could give me the freedom of work from whenever I want, decide who I want to work with, not having a schedule that I make my own time, not having a cap on my income, so that nobody can tell me, hey, you can only earn 3,000 a month, like my job, like that was
Right.
like the cap. So, and network marketing is it's not perfect, but it's just better than any other job. It's
Right.
not perfect, it's hard, but being at a job is hard, being broke is hard, not having money is hard, everything is hard.
Choose your
So
heart.
it's hard. I want to be in a place where at least I have the chance to achieve my dreams. And as a soccer coach or a busboy, there's no way I was gonna achieve my dreams. And if I did, I had to trade my whole time, my whole life, for the money. So here is like I know it takes time in network marketing to build passive income and all that stuff. But like for me, network marketing gave me the possibility to, number one, become the man that I became. Like the personal development that is included in network marketing, like the ability to learn from people that have the result that you want. Even like Colton now is like making like multiple, like 7 figures a year. Like having someone like that can teach you every day what they're doing. You know how much it costs like to hire a mentor like that in
Yeah.
your corner for 10 years. Like that's priceless. Just that. Learning from people like you, Daniel Dumacali, or like all those people that I'm like, I would never meet in my life. Because like, if you meet a millionaire in life and you're broke, they're not gonna spend their time with you to teach you. But in a magic, they will. They will teach you if you're hungry enough, if you're motivated enough, and if you show up and you learn, you ask questions, they'll help you. And I've never seen an environment like that where so many people are willing to help, even people that were not on my team. Like you're not on my team, and you
Yep.
always like there if I need an advice, or like Daniel Dumocali is not on my team and he mentored me for many years. He still does today. He actually
Right.
called me today too. So it's like it's just a blast being in an agile environment. A lot of people underestimate. I think someone shared the screen. I don't know what
Oh,
happens.
oh,
Uh,
it's okay. It's okay.
yeah, so having the possibility to learn,
Right.
from 6 and 7 figure earner every day, and that
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
for the rest of your life, people don't
Crazy.
understand how priceless it. Like for 5 grand, like I
Yes.
would like, even if you pay 5 grand a month for the
Yeah.
rest of your life, that would be worth it. But 5 grand one time and you have this for the rest of your life, all you have to do is like show up and ask questions. That's
Right.
priceless to me.
It's literally like what you say is very true, Joe. I don't think I don't think network marketing can be even labeled as a career. I think in it to some people it's an it's a university. It's a university program. For some people it's like a self-development college, self-development thing, you know. So it's so amazing. What you say is very true. It's also a platform that of course, there is a lot of people helping each other. But if you really look into it, and I think you will probably agree with me on this, the way the system is designed is we have to help in order to succeed. So the system is built it in such a way that people are disciplined to help others so that they can succeed, especially if you are part of their organization. Am I right?
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
so
an Agic,
beautiful,
like,
right?
yeah, in Agic, like the way I see it, they pay other people to help
Yeah.
you make money
Yeah.
instead of you paying them, which would be worth it. The Enagic pays them, like if they help you succeed. So
Yeah.
that is like, hey, I got people that get paid if I succeed. That's good to have them in your corner.
Yeah.
They're motivated more than me.
Yeah, it's just so if you think about it, it's like, wow, in order for me to succeed, I need to help him. And from the receiving end, it says, in order for him to say, I'll be to help. So it's like win-win all the way to the top, right? Wow, just perfect. Yeah. So, Joe, tell me, I mean, through these 10 years, I'm very sure you have also come across people who have this very negative perception about network marketing. They think it's a scam. And I don't blame them because there are many so-called scams that try to act like a network marketing, I believe. But what have you got to say about this? What's your point? What do you think about network marketing as its original form?
I think that a lot of people have a negative opinion of network marketing because of the network marketers that do it wrong. Like a lot of people, they overhype the opportunity. They make it look too easy. They make it look like it's not. And then people get burned because they come in, they expect like time freedom, passive income, easy money. Because that's how a lot of people sell this opportunity. You know, it's like it's easy, you know, you just recruit a few people and you make a lot of money.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people have a bad taste of network marketing, because we all know that's not true. Network marketing is like any other profession. Like it takes 10 years to become a doctor. It takes 10 years to become a lawyer. It takes, why wouldn't you put like 5 years, 10 years in network marketing to become financially free and potentially earn more than a doctor or a lawyer? So I think like the key is like, in Italy, everybody was skeptical about network marketing, but like I had the belief that I was going to change their mind,
Mm-hmm.
because I think network marketing is the best profession in the world if it's done right. So if you prepare people for what it's gonna be, like I prepare all my people for how hard this business is gonna be. I prepare them like, hey, listen, most likely you're gonna work a lot of time at the beginning with very little money,
Mm.
and you're gonna get no's. People are gonna make fun of you. You're gonna get, so I prepare them for the worst.
Right.
And I tell them this is how the business is, but it's gonna be worth it later, because eventually if you work hard, and at the beginning you're not gonna have any time freedom. You're actually gonna work harder than you work at your job. Like I work at nights, I work like at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., like I've done like calls at any time. But eventually, if you keep doing it and you build it right, eventually you'll have time freedom, passive income, and all that stuff. So you have to be really good at telling people what network marketing really is, because it's not easy, it's not quick money, it's not
Mm-hmm.
get rich quick, it's hard, but it's worth it because you can get stuff that you cannot get any other. Like I would never change now my network marketing career for a soccer player, by the way. Like I don't care how much you pay me, because I'm like, these guys don't have freedom. They're training
Yeah.
every day, 24 hours. They don't have vacation. Like they have like 1 week vacation. They're always playing. They're always athlete. They have no time for their family or kids. You know, like we have such a better life, you know, and we can earn more than soccer players too.
That's true. That's true. So I guess setting the right expectation at the very beginning is very important, right? So at
Yeah.
least they know what to expect. It's a career, it's a business, just like any other business, you know? And that's a very interesting, since you mentioned about this, Joe. Uh, I see some people that opens, traditional business like cafes, restaurants, car workshop, car service center, grocery shops and things like that. And they don't make it like 6 months, 1 year, but they don't give up. In fact, they keep pouring in more and more money. They don't get paid. The ROI is negative all every single month, but they still keep on doing. But as soon as they get onto this thing called network marketing,
Mm-hmm.
like some of them give up within months. It's maybe I like to think that the pain is not painful enough, right? Because like you mentioned, you just got in with 5,000, you know, some of these guys for traditional business, they probably poured in 100, 200, 500,000 into their business.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I think the expectation part is very important. You got a very good point. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and that's exactly because of what I was telling you. The reason why they quit really early is because they come in and people tell them, "Hey, there's passive income, time freedom. You can work from whenever you want, like whatever." And then they expect that right away. And when they see that it's the opposite, is that they actually have to work really hard. You're probably not gonna get paid for a long time until you make a lot of money, and then they quit because they didn't expect that. But if you prepare them for that, that's
Right.
exactly what they expect, and they're gonna keep doing it because they know that after they do all that, then they achieve success. So it's all about us preparing people for what network marketing is going to be if you want them to stay. That's why I have so many leaders that stay with me for 10 years, 9 years, eight
Right.
years, and they're still here because I prepare them for the worst.
Right. So they are expected to put in the grind until they see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So the other thing, Joe, uh, one of the very important aspect in our business is to constantly have new leads coming in, because leads and new blood coming into our business is our lifeline. Do you agree on that?
Yes.
And so one of the biggest issue with a lot of people who I also notice, apart from wrong expectation and they gave up, is that they tend to run out of leads, like they run out of their warm contacts. And sometimes they don't really know how to leverage the internet. can you share with us some secret on your side? How do you actually consistently have new leads coming to you so that you can work on them and you can keep converting and new blood seems to keep coming to your business?
Yeah, so the most important thing in this business is that you had to grow your list every day. Like
Okay.
you had to add new people every day. So for me, it's like it becomes a lifestyle, right? So because we all go like we all meet new people all the time. We're just like not getting their contacts. You know, we meet people at the gym, we meet people when we go out at night, we meet people when we travel, we meet people when we go to a restaurant, the server, the manager. So for me, it's like wherever I go, I try to make new friends. Which doesn't mean I want to pitch someone. Like I make it a thing. Like I go to the gym, like I get numbers of people all the time. Every time I'm in the gym. Maybe something happened, maybe it doesn't, but I connect with them,
All
you
right.
know. Or I go to a restaurant, I connect with the server, or maybe I connect with the manager, I connect with the I make sales like to like almost like anybody, but I don't pitch people right away. I just focus on the relationship because I know how important it is to extend your network. So people think that your success will be determined by the list that you had. I had zero list. I didn't know anybody in the US. But I made it like a thing, like I gotta meet new people. And it could be online, offline. So on social media, you can always message new people, follow them, send them a message, connect with them, ask them questions. And the more you grow the people that are in your network, the more eventually you will make money. So for me, it's like it's just a lifestyle, you know. I became really good at making friends everywhere I go. We know second intention. You know, I don't make a friend because I want to sell them a machine. I make a friend because I genuinely want to connect with that person and I build a long-term relationship. And sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it takes less, but some people will start buying from you, you know?
So
So
yeah, you got a good point there. Building our list because that's why that's the funny thing, you know. There are a lot of people sometimes they come to me, they say, Gary, I've got no more people to call, you know. Like what? You don't live in a cave, right? Even if you live in a cave today, there's a cell phone, right? But
yeah,
the yeah,
I
sorry,
can
go
tell you
ahead.
a story of how I met the number one guy in my team, actually. Like,
Okay.
'cause sometimes like I always teach people not only to grow your network, but to go through others' people network. That is so easy to do. So, for example, like my number one guy, Arturo, which I think you met a few times.
Arturo?
Yeah, he's responsible for I think 9,000 sales, 8,000 sales. I don't remember, but like almost half of my organization, right?
Wow,
And
okay.
you know how I met Arturo? Like I
Oh,
literally asked my mom
yeah.
because I always ask people, like I ask people, hey, do you know anybody that is actually, you know, that knows a lot of people, that is really good at sales or is very successful? Can you introduce them to me? That's it. I'm not, you know, and I asked my mom, I say, hey, mom, like, because I was a 5'8", I didn't have any
Okay.
big builder yet. And I asked my mom, I said, mom, do you know anybody that you could think of that is really good at sales or knows a lot of people or is very good with people? And my mom is like, I don't know many people, but there's this guy actually, is my salsa dance teacher. He has 1,000 students there. He works at a school. Also, is a teacher for the kids, and he always invite me to these network marketing events that he does. And I'm like, cool. Can you introduce him to me? I'm like, yeah. So my mom went to one of his events. I told her go to his event and tell him I want to talk to him. And my mom goes there, and I told my mom like, don't get sold because he does network marketing. He probably wants to recruit in his team. And
Right.
actually, my mom came back and is like, Gio, you gotta check this opportunity. Like, it's amazing. He wants to talk to you. He wants to expand his business in America. He was in a low ticket network marketing. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, put him on the phone with me. I'm not gonna do this business, his business, but put him on the phone with me. And we did a call, and it was like 11 p.m. my time, 7 a.m. his time in Italy. And I let him talk first. He said, you know, I'm doing this business, whatever. I sell those products, like it's $150, whatever. So I bought his product, and I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, that's a really cool product. And he's like, yeah, if you want to do the business, and I ask him how much money are you making, and it's like, oh, I'm like one of the top guys here. I make $2,000 a month for a low ticket. It's pretty good, you know, making
Yeah.
2,000 extra. And you had to sell like hundreds of products. And then I was just a 5'8" that month, and I think I made like 7 or 8 sales. So like I think I made I know we're gonna make income claims, but that
All
month
right.
I had $11,000
Right.
in commission.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
like, you made 11,000? Like, how long have you been doing that? I'm like, I mean, it's just a year and a half. And it's like, how do you do that? I'm like, I actually only did like 7 sales. Like, you want to see what I do? And say, yeah. So I show him the slides. And then I didn't know how to close or anything at that time. But I remember, you know, the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, when
Yes.
he when he says
Leonardo
the
DiCaprio.
Yeah, he said, the first one that speak loses, right?
Ah,
I finished the presentation and I didn't know how to close. So I go through all the slides, the product and the comp plan.
yeah.
And then I start looking at him in the Zoom and I'm like, okay, the first one that speak loses, And I didn't say nothing. And he looks at me, I look at him and it goes like 30 seconds. I'm like, okay, this is getting weird. And he's looking down, I'm looking down. I'm like, okay, say something, and it's a true story. And then
Right.
like, it was like a minute go by and I'm like, oh my God, like it's getting really weird. And then he is like, well, I mean, how do I get the products? And I'm like, oh my God, you want to get the products? Like, yeah. And I told him, go to the office. And he bought all the three products, the machine, the shower, and the Ukon. And he
Okay.
told me, but I'm not going to do the business because I'm focused on mine. Maybe my wife will do it,
Okay.
whatever. And that's my number one distributor. So all I had to do is like ask my mom, who do you know?
Wow.
So we know a lot of people. Maybe they tell us no. Say, hey, do you know anybody that is actually really good, or can you introduce them to me?
Right.
I ask. If you don't ask, you never give it. They don't give it to you.
Amazing, amazing. Wow, that's amazing story. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, there are so many people who knows other people who are good at, like you say, sales, marketing, network marketing. And sometimes it's just one pitch away, one phone call away, right? But
Yeah.
but the interesting part, okay, so maybe I want to dive deeper into this scenario since we are on your number one guy here. So he came in, he bought three products. He started as a trifecta. He didn't do it. He said probably the wife did it. Tell us, how did this whole thing end up? And he then literally converted 100% to this, to our business, and then he
I
exploded.
mean, we're very lucky because we have a product that really changes lives. So he was supposed to have like a hemorrhoid surgery. Like he
Oh,
had like a lot of health issues, and because of the water, and I know we're not supposed to make health claims, so this is not a health claim, but the water helped him a lot. Let's say it that way. So I don't have to tell you the story, but it
right,
changed his life. And he told me, bro, this is like insane. I gotta tell everybody about it. Tell me again about this business. And so he got passionate about the product first.
right.
And then he started like sharing with people, and I told him give water to people, maybe they experience the same thing, and he started like very easy like that. And then his company went down. So
Okay.
you never know, what happens with other
Life,
people. Like
right? Life takes place, right?
company went down, he lost his business, whatever, and he's like, all right, I'm all in. Let's do this, and we just like
Wow.
started it together. Yeah,
Wow. He is still currently in Italy.
yeah, he's still in Italy. He's a
Wow.
dash player now.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. So guys, one golden nugget that we take away from Joe here after listening to this: close your laptop, start asking somebody for someone who they think can be. You are not pitching to the person. And Joe, I like this strategy because you are not asking that person to join, you're asking that person to refer. And everybody has somebody that they knows that has this kind of thing, this kind of people, right? So
Yeah.
that's a fantastic, and you can literally also today do this strategy online. You can post something and say, give me a comment below if you know of somebody, or DM me if you know of somebody who wants to change their life or something like that.
Yeah.
Amazing, fantastic. So Joe, next, what do you think are the three main, if you were to put these three main attitude down for somebody who wants to also succeed in this industry, what do you think are the three most important attitude a person needs to
Yeah.
succeed in this
Yeah,
business?
the three most important thing are the three things that we cannot coach, right? Because
Yeah,
we can coach you the skills, we can coach you like everything, but
yeah,
there's three things that if you don't have them, and you're not gonna succeed. Number one is you gotta be coachable. Like coachable means if someone has the result that you don't have and they tell you how to do something, you don't
right.
question it, you just do it the way they say, even
Yep,
if you don't think it's the right way. Like, oh, maybe that's not gonna work, I'm gonna do it different. Being coachable means being willing to do what the coach tell you, right? If Michael
right.
Jordan had a coach, you can have a coach,
Yeah,
right? So being coachable, I was not coachable at the beginning. That's why I made three sales my first year, because I wanted to do everything my way. Like I wanted to just pitch people, tell everybody, I'm like, the water is amazing. I'm just gonna tell everybody, and I burned all my contacts. But when I became coachable, everything changed. I
right,
literally told Colton, just tell me what to do. And if he tells me read this book 6 times, I'm not gonna be why 6 times. I'm gonna read it 6 times, then get back to him. What's next? Do this
okay,
course, do it 10 times. And I did it 10 times. And like,
right.
you know what I mean? I just did everything that he said. and he made me do a lot of uncomfortable stuff. Buy 25 tickets for GoPro that was like $7,000. Like, I don't have $7,000. Like, we gotta figure it out. And I did. And then I brought 25 people to GoPro, and like 5 or 6 of them became 6A. So I made like so
Wow.
much money with that. You know, so
Wow.
being coachable is the number one. Number two is like being hungry, because
Okay.
I can be hungry for you. Like, if you're not hungry every day, like I want to change my life. I'm gonna take, because it's easy to take action when you're motivated. Everybody can take action when they're motivated, but the
Right.
difference is made when you don't feel like it and you do it anyway. Those where the champions are made. So I always tell people, like, you don't need skills, but if you're coachable, you're hungry for success, because I cannot be hungry for you. Like,
Right.
I can give you the Ferrari with the GPS, the roadmap, with the destination, everything set up. I give you the best vehicle, the roadmap, the tools. Literally, all you have to do is get in and start driving, and
Yeah.
you don't drive. Like,
Nothing's gonna change.
it's on you. Like, you're not hungry. You're not, like, someone give you all the tools and you're not doing it. So you gotta be hungry. And
Okay.
number three, you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to succeed.
Okay.
Because like, you have to do whatever it takes. So those are the three, attributes that I think everybody should have. And I always tell people, I only work with people that are coachable, are hungry for success, and they're willing to do the work. If you
Right.
don't have those three things, I cannot work with you.
Right.
So those
And
are the
okay, so that's a very good point. You listed out that 3 point. But how, okay, let's just say I'm a new guy and I start to join you. How do you identify these 3 qualities in that person? Do you ask that person? Do you do a like an orientation with the new guy? Or how do you go about transmitting that message to that person?
Yeah, so the first thing that I do when someone join is I want to write down all their goals and their dreams. Like, that's what I did with Arturo. Like, the first, like, literally our first conversation was like, hey, tell me about, your dreams. Like, why are you really doing this? Like, oh, I want to give my son, the best education. I want to travel the world. I want to quit my job, whatever. So I wrote everything down. And
Mhm.
then I like to dream with people. So I asked Arturo, like, let's say, you achieve all the success that you want in this program. Like, what would your best day look like? Like, if you could celebrate anywhere, you could have, money was not an issue, you can do whatever you want. And I remember he said, like, well, I would be on a boat in the middle of the ocean in a tropical island, drinking champagne and watching the sunset. So I actually wrote it down, like,
Right,
word by word.
right,
And I'm like, okay, and I told him, I'm gonna write it down on my whiteboard, and I'm gonna
okay,
look at it every day. I want you to do the same. And every
right,
time you feel like you don't want to take action, I want you to imagine this day of, like, you being on the boat, drinking champagne, watching the sunset, and you have
right,
all the money in the world.
right,
And because that's gonna be your motivation. And
right.
we wrote it down, and a year and a half after Arturo hit 6A, and it's crazy how things align because we manifested. And I actually won a contest. There was a contest. I think Colton did it. It was like 3,000 people in the contest, and only the first prize would win a trip for two on a
Okay.
tropical island, all paid. And I'm like, no way, this is like my way to get Arturo to get the thing. So like that month, I think I made like 58 point sales, something like that. I was like, I
Wow.
gotta win this because there's no way that I can ever take Arturo there. And so
Right,
I win on the contest, and I arrived in first place. And then we went to Hawaii because it was his dream. His dream was
right.
Hawaii,
Wow.
and that boat, watch the sunset, have a glass of champagne, and we took a video. I'm like, bro, this is like the best feeling in the world. Like, literally everything we dreamed, like, we're living it right now. And
Came through. Yeah.
yeah, so that's the most important thing to do with people. They need to have a destination very clear and very detailed. Because once you have it, you can picture it and imagine it. Then you're like gonna start working on it every single day.
Right. You are absolutely right, Joe. It's just like you need to have a direction. If you get into a car, imagine, I'm sure you heard of this story. You get into a car, your car is fully gas, start on the engine, and you just drive. But if you have no direction, gosh, where will you be going? Your car will soon end up without gas and you're lost somewhere, right? So I think in life it's so important to have that. And the beauty of this business is we don't do this alone. And what I like that what you mentioned is that just like what Colton has done it for you in the early days, now you are doing it to Arturo. And
Mhm.
it's just people helping everyone just to get on to achieving their dream. So amazing, so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, man.
Of course.
So, Joe, if you have the a chance to go back to day one, 10 years ago, with all that you have known today, with you speaking on GoPro, getting on this and having the biggest team in Italy, what is one thing that you will do differently? Can you share with us?
What would I do differently?
Yeah,
Well, I would be coachable from the beginning because the first year I was doing everything by myself. I wanted to learn everything, presenting everything by myself. I was not putting people on a three-way call, so I didn't have the credibility, and I was burning all my contacts. So when I became coachable and I leveraged Colton's
right,
results because I didn't have the results, and people were like, you don't have the results. I'm not gonna listen to you." But when I start plugging in people to people that had the results, they would buy, and they would get on a call with Colton, and Colton would ask a few questions. They would buy because he had the authority, was making the money that they wanted to make. They would give him less objection. They would just do it, and so that's what I would do different. I would be immediately leveraging other people's result instead of me doing everything on my own. That's for sure what I would do different.
right. So be more coachable.
Yes.
Yeah. So guys, not every one of us, actually, it's not to say not everyone, but none of us can go back time. So you hear it from our star today, Joe. If he ever gets to go back, he will be coachable. So my question to you is today, are you having the results that you are looking for? If you are not, maybe being more coachable could be a solution for you. You know, uh, start today. Maybe you don't need to take 10 years. Maybe in 3 years, you'll be where Joe is today. So yeah, coachable because obviously and I heard from my mentor many years ago. He says this. He says, you don't question the person that is leading you. For example, if you are climbing the mountain, even your guide may not speak the language like you speak English, doesn't have the qualification, is not a degree holder, but that person has been up there. So you want to go up there, just follow the person. Put down your
Yeah.
ego and just follow, right? Sometimes, Gio, do you agree? A lot of us have too big of an ego to want to say, hey, I'll just follow you.
Yeah, and I always tell people, before becoming a great leader, you gotta be a great follower. Because
Right.
you want people to follow you. How can they follow you if you're not following people that are better than you? Like you need to be a great follower. And the reason why I became who I became is because I was a great follower, probably Colton's best follower. I've done every single thing he's told me to do more than anybody. And
Right.
that people start following me because I'm like, wow, Gio is doing everything that Colton is doing. So if I do what Gio does, I'm gonna get the same results. But you have to be a good follower first
Yes.
before becoming a good leader.
Amazing. I love that. Be a great follower and you'll be a great leader. Amazing. So, Joe, the world has changed. 10 years ago, I'm not sure. 10 years ago, when you started Energic, was it already very internet based or things were still done the traditional way?
Now,
How,
10
how,
years ago,
yeah.
our only training was give the water, tape your mouth. That was our only training. Like, give the water, tape your mouth,
Tape your
don't call.
mouth, right?
I gave water
So,
to like thousands of people,
right,
made only sales my first year.
right.
Yeah, there was no social media.
Yeah,
Nobody was doing ads or
right,
calling social media. So it was a very different. The only way was bringing
right.
someone to a meeting.
Yeah,
There was no Zoom meeting, nothing.
right. I still remember when I started 14 years ago. Yeah, you're right. Everybody was just giving out water, and I still remember attending my first it's not a convention, but was one of the biggest event held in America. It was in Orlando. I was invited by Cynthia to give a talk there, and wow, oh, everybody there looks like my grandfather. Oh, white hair with walking stick, Yeah, but you agree with me that times have changed, right? We have gone into not just the internet age, we have now even gone into the AI age, robotics. So give us a clue here. How do you actually leverage the internet for the benefit of your network marketing business?
Yeah, I think like most of my leads comes from, Instagram, still today.
Okay.
So social media is very powerful to connect with people, but
Okay.
then you have to be a human too. So like for me, I meet a lot of people online, but I always take them offline. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, I met a guy a year and a half ago on Instagram. He's from London, and I flew to London 8 times
Wow.
in 1 year, and he became a 6A in 12 months.
Wow.
Uh, we've done a lot of stuff online too. We've done a lot of three-way calls at the beginning, but as he was getting results, I flew there. I'm like, hey, you bring people in the room, I'll fly there, close people, I'll launch them right away.
Mm-hmm.
So I use social media to connect with people, but
Mm-hmm.
then I build real relationship with people. That's very important. Like if you want people to stay with you for a long time, because
Mm-hmm.
once you're friends,
Okay.
beside the business, like you they'll stay longer. They're not gonna quit when things don't go their way because you have a really strong relationship with them. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at building really good relationship with all my new people, whether I meet them online or offline.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good with that. Like I just sold a machine like a week ago to a
Okay.
guy that I met like a month ago. We were in a lounge where like we sat next to each other. We talked for like a couple of hours. The day
Mm-hmm.
after we met, like we went to ride the bikes. Then I actually we start hanging out a few times. And obviously the he asked me what I did. I had the water with me, so like I asked him, but like I didn't really pitch. And then I'm like, hey, we actually have an event like about the war. I know you were asking me some question. Why
Mm-hmm.
don't you come? I'll buy you the lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And he came, and then he bought the machine. So like I'm really good at building a real relationship with people without having like a second goal right away.
Right. Not like you are trying with the intention to pitch people because they can somehow feel it, right?
Yeah.
So since we are on the topic on internet and social media, now I know that you are pretty big on Instagram, and I don't know other platforms, but Facebook, Instagram, you're pretty big. Few
Yeah.
things I'd like to ask you over here. When do you start to get massive traction? Was it after the GoPro platform talk that you did? Or how did you manage to actually get a lot of traction on your social media?
Um, yeah, I learned at GoPro, we learn all the social media as it was like, that's why it's very important to go to trainings all the time because the world is changing and you gotta know what's working right now. And even social media, the strategy that were working 5 years ago, they don't work now. So now there's AI, now there's like a lot
Right,
more stuff. So you gotta be always updated.
right,
And I invested like $25,000 a year for 4 years in the Eric Worre's mastermind, and
right.
that's where we learn all the social media skills. There are people making like millions in other company with TikTok, Instagram, and going viral. So we just learn all the strategies and we duplicate it with our team.
Okay. Do you have like what I know from other internet platforms, builders in Egypt? Do you have like a system where they come in, their people come in, they do paid ads, and then goes to a funnel? And do you work on a system like that or
Yeah, I've
different?
tried different things. Like before, I just had a questionnaire in my
Yeah.
bio. I still have the questionnaire in my bio because I want them to like fill out some question before I send them the information. I'm
Okay.
also running ads right now.
Okay.
I just started like 6 months ago, and I just had my first winning ad. So
Okay.
I now I'm getting a lot of leads. I closed
Right.
one already from my ads, but I definitely need to get better at that. But yes, I am doing paid ads right now just because half of the global sales in Enagic are done through like paid ads, and I'm
Right.
like I have to learn that game. So and again, you go to every event, you ask people, you become friends with them, and then you exchange value. Like I just trained the team in Australia like 3 times, and then they trained my team on paid ads. We exchange, and
Right.
I taught them how to build in person, and they taught me how to build with ads, and we both growing. That's the beauty about Enagic too, that we're not on the same team, but there's a
Right.
lot of people that are willing to help if you help
Right.
them too. So I exchanged with them, and I'm learning a lot about paid ads for sure. So,
Fan-
but mostly was organic. Like I built everything organically. So with content, call to action,
Right.
the questionnaire. I got some video that got me like a lot of people to fill out the questionnaire. So
Right. And I keep seeing your video appearing. So how often do you do videos? Are they like daily, weekly? Do you get overwhelmed, burnt out from doing all these videos? I heard some people do.
The
So
best way is
yeah.
to get one day that you get a videographer and you make 30, 40 pieces of content.
Okay.
And then you spread them out. So like, because otherwise it's overwhelming to do content every day. You're not
Right.
inspired. Like you just gotta take a day, you do your haircut, you do whatever, you dress nice, you take two, three different outfits, and you
Yeah.
just shoot a lot of content. And then when we go to events, obviously I have like speeches that I break down in reels or interviews or things. Or I used to take like some of my trainings, I used to record it on Zoom and then post some reels of it.
Right.
A lot of stuff how to do it, but the best way is like to pick like one day maybe out of the month.
Mhm.
You hire the videographer for like a couple of hours. You do as many pieces of content that you can, and then you post them like every day.
Right, right. So you actually schedule post them, but you do everything in just that one day, right?
Yeah, usually I do one day. Lately, I've been so busy. I haven't actually shot content in a while, which I'm very due for that.
Wow.
But I still have like some other content that I never post before, so I'm still using that. But I definitely need to do more in the next couple of
Amazing,
months.
amazing. So, Joe, before we end today's session, will you be open for an idea of us inviting you to Asia and share some of your tips and success and motivation to our Asian community here?
I would love that. I actually I want to explore Asia, so like I only been to Japan
Okay.
last year, and it's one of my biggest dream. I want to see it. So like if you invite me, I'd be super happy to come.
Yes. Japan is just like a tip of what you will really see the big Asia.
Yeah.
So
Where
yeah,
would Malaysia?
yeah, do come to Malaysia. I have a nice villa up in the mountains. We can go and chill there. We can go to the Philippines, go to Bali, go to Phuket in Thailand. It's just so amazing.
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
do
man.
it.
So, Gio, I know you are also very active in the GoPro network, where it's the biggest platform for network marketing. So, from your interaction with all the leaders, all the high flyers there, and what you've known in 10 years doing network marketing, can you describe to us some of the characteristic of a good network marketing company? Because some people are just so skeptical. They think all network marketing are scams. What do you think are some outstanding characteristic that when people look at it, they know, oh, this, okay, I'm in safe hands. I mean, this is a reputable company, you know?
I think one of the most important thing is having good products because if you want to last for a long time, like people make money with a lot of stuff, but they don't last a long time because they're always changing companies, new product, new thing like the trading, the crypto,
Right,
like all that stuff that is like they're always changing from company to company.
right.
Like magically, you see people that are doing 14 years, 20 years, 18 years, 10 years, and they
Yeah,
never change. So there's not a lot of companies that you can do that. So
right.
I think the characteristic is, having, a good CEO that is not in just for the money, but for the people. Like Mr. Oshiro, we're so lucky. Like
Yes.
he's like the best CEO on the planet. Like I would never, like if someone offered me three times the money that I earn in an Magic, and actually they did a couple
Okay.
of times. Being at GoPro, like so many people try ask me, but even if they offer me double, triple the money, like I would never go because we have Mr. Oshiro. He has the best vision. Is he
Yeah.
cares for his people
Yeah.
like no one else. So it's important to have a good CEO that has a good mission. That is
Right.
not let's make a lot of money and
Yeah.
who cares? Let's make quick money. A lot of CEOs are like that. But
Yeah.
Mr. Oshiro is different. And you have good products and a good mission that is not only like make money, but really helping people with their health. Like I think in Enagic we got everything,
Yeah.
like our product has the best impact on health, better than any supplement, cream, protein shake or pill or whatever. And those are a good company, by the way. They're not, I use all their products, but there's nothing like Kangen water. Like I think
Yeah.
it's like Kangen water is magic.
And it's something everybody needs to have, right? Water.
Yeah, we got the EMF now. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the M Guard. I mean, it's an amazing product. We have the best products. The shower unit. Like,
Yes.
I mean, every time someone take a shower in that, they're like, what the heck is this?
So yeah, you're right because I always tell people, I said, it's sometimes like a lottery ticket because like I'm not sure in your case you are just one time. In my case, Enagic is like my 15th company, you know. So we've been through ups and down, you know. We thought that that's the final one, that's the best of the best. Then things didn't go as planned, you know, this like that. So if you really get a good, not a good, a great one like Energic, it's like you just bought and won a lottery ticket, or you should thank your lucky star, you know. We are also blessed here in Energic, right?
I mean, what other company you can build for like 30 years, 40 years and never have to worry about the company is going down, you know?
Yeah,
It's just getting started. You know, it's
yeah,
such a strong company.
yeah, amazing. And when you go to Okinawa, you see Energic everywhere. It's like Energic owns Okinawa.
Yeah. You
It's
play
amazing.
bowling, you play magic bowling,
Yeah.
you play
Did
golf.
you see the stadium that Mr. Oshiro owned one stadium like the like some football stadium? It's crazy. It's like we were driving, me and my partner, we were just driving and then suddenly, hey, Magic Stadium is like wow, crazy, huh?
Yeah. So big,
So
magic, so big.
yeah. So Joe, we know that one of the key factors to us having time and financial freedom is duplication. Which
Mhm.
means our people doing the things that we are doing. In other words, our people is duplicating the system. So just share with us, how do you get your team members independent in this business as fast as possible? What's your secret at that?
The fastest way is that they need to see you in action, right? So when they start, like I have them focus like of putting everybody on a three-way call with me, so they see how I run a call, what question I ask, and how I close, right? And then when I do a demo, for example, like I always have my team coming with me, and I have them set up everything. Like I'm like, hey, go buy this, take the like I pretty much walk them through every step that I do,
Okay.
because I want to, when I'm gone, that they know how to do it. So when I
Right.
go like in Italy and I do demonstration, I tell people like I'll come there and do a demo, but you guys need to organize the whole thing. I want you to find the location. I want you to negotiate with them. I want you to have everything ready, buy everything that you need for the demo. I give them the checklist. You guys figure it out. I don't do nothing. I just come there and speak. And so that way they organize the whole event from start to finish. And then they realize, wait, we did everything. Gio just came here and talked. So all we need to do is like learn how to talk and we're good to go. So, and then they duplicate. When I leave, then they keep doing events once a month because they know how to do it. And I give them, I have them set up the whole thing, find the location, negotiate with the hotel or the restaurant, whatever we're doing it, buy all the stuff. This is the water that I want you to buy. This how the setup I want it. I want everything ready. I want all the guests to have this. I tell them what to do, but they do it all the time. And then they see me, you know, when I do the demo, like I prepare the water. I always have 3 or 4 people coming with me. Come with me. I'll show you how to get the water. Get it this flow. Prepare it this way. Calibrate the all RP this way. Here's how you want to do the 11.5 and all that stuff. So I show them everything because I want to leave that they don't need me anymore. You
Right.
know, and that's why we're the number one team in Italy because we had the most people doing the presentation because they duplicate everything. So the best way is to see you in action.
What you mentioned there is very true. However, correct me if I'm wrong, but through my years of doing network marketing, I realized that there are a lot of leaders. I'm not sure, either is their ego, either is they are trying to be perfectionists, but they just okay. So here's the thing. So they are not duplicating because they want to do the action themselves. And then when I ask them, why are you doing this? You are so exhausted. And they said, I can do it better than my team members. So let me do the thing. What's your thought about this?
Well, I think the opposite. I want my team to do it. And even if it's not perfect, I'll be there and help them out and tell them what they can improve. But if they never start, like, how can they become like you? You know, you want your team to do it better than you. I have people that do better job than me in organizing the events. They do like way better than me, you know? So I don't think like, sure, can I do the presentation better than anyone? Sure. But like I always like sometimes I'm like, you do the product, I do the business. Even if mine is better, then I mean yours is better. It's like I don't care. You do
Mm.
the product and then I do the business. You know, like so maybe the first one I do it by myself. The second one they're doing the product and I do the business. The third one they do the product and the business and I just speak like I'm there. Just like hey, call me up and I share my story or whatever. But
Right.
you have to make people independent. You know, like with you tell them how to do it, you show them how to do it, you try together and they do it themselves. That's the formula. You know, like Eric Corey said, tell, show, try, do, right? You tell
Right.
them how to do it, you show them by you doing it and then watching you, then
Right.
you try to do it together. And
Right.
then the next time you're doing alone with any skill that they're learning, you know?
Yeah.
whether it's a presentation or a three-way call, I tell you how to do it. I show you how I do it. The next
Mhm.
time we're doing it together. The next time you try to do it on your own.
Yeah. And I think the concept of what Eric Worre talks about, which is so how should I say, which is so crucial in our business. He says, what works do not count or do not matter, but what duplicates does. So I guess a lot of people are, they justify things like, we there are very important people there, so I don't want my new person to screw up, so then we lose the sale. But if that person does not make mistake, how is that person going to learn, right?
Yeah, and I'm actually here. I became a good presenter because I've done a lot of bad presentation, at the beginning. So I've done one time a presentation and I did every single test wrong. And the leader told me this is the worst presentation I've ever seen. But that's how I got better. So like I want my team to do it and do the mistakes, and I want them to learn from their mistakes. And then at the end, I asked them like, hey, are you open to some like constructive criticism? And I tell them, hey, you should have done this way, should have done this way. Great job, by the way. I'm proud of you, but next time let's get better on those things. Like,
Yeah.
and even like if I have higher level prospect,
Mhm.
I want them to see people that are not perfect, but they're
Yeah.
having success. Because sometimes when they see the presenter that is too good, they're like, yeah, I can never like if this. I feel like my presentation right now it's too good for
Mm.
people to be like, I can never be like that. And I get it.
Ah,
Sometimes people told me like, yeah, Gio, but like when you do it, it's so different. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I almost don't want people to see that because it's like I want people to see, wow, if that person can do it, I can do it. And a
yeah.
lot of times I have some presenter and the people tell me, you know what, I can do so much better. And I'm like, great. Imagine those people are making way more money than you. Imagine you that you can do the presentation better. Like you
Right.
want them to, you have to do it. You have to have your team. You have to detach yourself. Like forget about the ego. It's not about you. It's about growing your team. And for me, it's like I always do the event with them. I put them on the flyer. I have them speak all the time. Obviously, if someone is brand new, I still
Mhm.
have them speak. If someone is brand new and they set up a demo, I have them open the demo. And
Right.
hey, share your story, go there, introduce me, and then maybe close it out, at the beginning. So I'm just training them, even if they're a 1A or 2A. I'm not
Mhm.
good. I'm like, I don't care. Just go there and make it happen. Just say this, and that. So you want your team to shine, not you.
Yeah. I think that's a very important thing. That's a very important attitude. We want our team to shine. Don't outshine our team, and then nobody's gonna benefit from it at the end of the day anyway.
Yeah, like we did an event in Italy last this year, and
Mhm.
me and Arturo we didn't speak,
Huh?
and everybody was like, "What do you mean you're not speaking?" Like, I mean, yeah, we're not speaking. We have enough good leaders. Like, you guys are speaking, and we're just gonna we were there organizing the whole event, and we didn't speak for once. You
Wow.
know,
Wow.
So because it was about them, I'm like, this is about you guys. Like you guys are good leaders. You know what to do. You
Mhm.
heard us enough time. Uh, you know, and of course, like now, we still speak at other events, but not as much as before. We try to give as much room as possible to our team, and we do very little. You know.
Right. Just like children needs to grow up one day, right? They cannot be children all the time. One day they have to be an adult, they have to be a father, they have to play that responsibility, that role.
Yep.
So yeah, so it is normal for everybody. So guys, if you are listening to this, remember, don't be the stumbling block to the growth of your team. Many leaders actually do that because could be ego, could be perfectionist, could be wanting whatever, but allow your team to shine, because ultimately at the end of the day, freedom is what we want, and freedom comes from duplication. Okay, so final question, Joe. What's your biggest advice to the people who are listening on this call here today? They see your success, they see your glory, they want your results today. What's your biggest advice to them here today?
Yeah, my biggest one is always the same. Like I tell people, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start if you want to become great. A lot of people they don't do demos because they're not ready. Like I'm not good enough, and I did terrible presentations for years until I became good. Like I was not good at public speaking. I was terrible. English is not even my first language, and I had to speak in English. It's like people couldn't understand my accent, at the beginning. Some people still can't, but it's better now.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to be great. Like you just gotta do it when you're not ready. Like everything that I became good at is because I started when I wasn't ready. Like
Right.
if you wait until you're ready and you're prepared, you're never gonna do anything. So like you're a 1A, do a demo, mess it up. Like have someone tell you, hey, this is the worst presentation I've ever seen. Like you have someone make fun of you. I'm like, hey bro, you don't know what you're doing. I'm like, good. I'm getting better. I'm
Right.
getting better. I'm gonna get better. Next time I'm gonna do it better. Next time I'm gonna do it better. And that's how you get better. Like whatever you wanna do, like you have to do it when you're not ready. That's
Right.
my advice.
Take action, right? So there's a saying that says, action with failure is better than no action at all. At least action with failure, you are improving every single step.
Yeah, we say imperfect action always beat no action.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I like that. Imperfection idea, action. Fantastic. So thank you so much, Joe. It's been an amazing 1 hour and 10 minutes with you. You have shared so much golden nugget. Guys, how many of y'all got amazing eye-opening golden nuggets? Give me a two. Give me a two at the chat button if you have received lots of golden nuggets from our star today. Come on, guys. Let me see more twos. If I
Thank you
don't see
guys.
any two, we'll may not see any more stars, okay? Wow, see all the twos coming, man. So, Joe, thank you
Thank
for
you
doing
guys.
this. Yeah, thank you for doing this. This is the start. Joe, I want to challenge you since you are a man of you love challenges. This is the start of your first exposure to Asia. The next exposure I want to see is when we are shoulder to shoulder in person, rocking the Asian stage. How about that? Are you on for that challenge, my friend?
You got 100%. I'll
Yeah.
make it up 100%.
So,
I'll fight.
guys, how many of y'all would love to have Giordano Carretta here in Asia, Malaysia, Cambodia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam? If you are, give me an I. Give me a I or yes. Give me an I, yeah. Whatever. Okay, yes, I. If you want Giordano Carretta in Asia rocking together
Let's
with us. How many of yours?
let's do
Wow, you can see that, my friend. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. You have been such a great blessing to all of us here today.
Thank
One
you
day
guys for
somebody
having
is
me.
going to come up to you. You don't know him, probably somebody from Asia, and say, today he saw your video and he's so inspired. He took your advice and he has changed his life. So I'm so excited, so happy. So thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you guys.
Hope
I'll see you
we will
later.
be.
Invite me for real. I'm gonna come for sure.
Yes. After this, okay, after this Zoom, let's stay connected. Let's also bring Colton. Yeah, let's also bring the big guy here, okay?
Yeah.
And let's rock Asia together. Asia, our doors are always open to you. You are always in our heart. We pray for you. Thank you so much, Joe. And to all of you guys here, my last final advice to y'all is today's Zoom is a great, amazing session. Joe has shared with you all the tips, all the secret, but remember his last message. If you do not take action, nothing, okay, nothing will ever happen. So you need to take action because even if it's imperfect action, it is still better than no action. Okay, so Letis, are you able to unmute everybody so we can all say a big thank you in our own language? In Asia, we have many different languages. So let's all say a big thank you to Giordano. Come on,
It's
guys.
A3,
Thank
that's right,
you.
Gary.
Thank you.
Open
Thank you,
Jan,
Joe.
Gio,
Grazie.
Gio,
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Xie
boy.
Take care.
Yoo-hoo! Thank you. Thank you.